this is Nicole Whitlock with the eCom Sellers Academy, and today we're going to be covering part 2 of the series regarding bundles. So in our first series, we talked about the different types of bundles. So today we're going to go ahead and create an actual bundle. This will be your opportunity to kind of get an idea of what's involved in creating a bundle. So on bundles, when it comes to creating bundles for Amazon, Amazon has a requirement that you use a GTIN when creating your bundles. That is Amazon's requirement. You can, before you could be able to just purchase a UPC and you can still buy them as long as it's a GS1, not GSIN, I'm thinking GTN, but GS1 certified code. You can purchase those if you want to. Those are common. People buy those when they are doing private label. That's fairly common. But in this example, since we're doing a bundle, some of the items that are going to be included in our bundle may actually already have a manufacturer. So we may have to go ahead and apply for a GTIN. So we're going to give you a separate video so that you know the steps that you need to follow in order to apply for a GTIN. The one thing you want to make sure that you have before you apply is you need to make sure that you have whatever your product name and business name is for this product, because you're the creator of the bundle. And so the contents of the bundle are your creation. You're putting it together. So it's going to be under your brand name. So if you haven't created a brand name, you want to establish one, I would recommend that you at least consider establishing one with an LLC. Can you create one without it? Yeah, you could. Could you also use UPCs that you have purchased from eBay if you've purchased them and they're GS1 certified, they're UPC EAN? Then yes, you could, as long as you are comfortable and confident that the UPC numbers that have been supplied to you are valid and legitimate and not duplicates. So we're going to go through the process of actually compiling a bundle, getting the pictures, coming up with the keywords that we're going to put on the bundle so that way we can actually create the listing. Okay. So step one is, what are we going to list? So we're going to create a bundle. Kind of did a little bit of, not a lot of side research, but I like to do things on the fly. And so we're going to create one for a calendar. And what I noticed in the Dollar Tree is that the Dollar Tree has calendars for 2020. They're already out. I've known that for a while. They normally put those out around August. And they've got some cute calendars here, but one of them kind of stood out a little bit more than the others. And it was the one for Trolls. The reason that I like the one for Trolls is because Trolls has a movie coming out. So the Trolls movie is coming out in 2020. I think it's April of 2020. And the movie for April of, Trolls World Tour. And it's due to be released April 17th of 2020. So what that means to me is that Trolls is already popular. They've got a little show on Netflix already. Then their popularity is going to spike again. So for those people who don't have Netflix, their popularity is going to spike again. And that's going to be in April. That means that you can create Easter bundles. You're going to have back to school backpacks and supplies and socks and shoes and shirts and jackets. You're going to have kids that want to dress up as trolls for Halloween. You're going to have troll stockings for Christmas. So Trolls is going to be popular. So if we get ahead of that curve, because of the fact that they have a movie coming out, that is a great idea. I also love the Marvel cartoon. I really did like that one. I was like, okay, let's just, let's see what we got. So the Trolls, one of the things that you'll notice when I am creating bundles, you can choose to take your own pictures, or if you have a tool, you can grab the pictures directly from whoever the supplier is. This is a perfectly polished picture. So what I did was I just went to Dollar Tree and I'm going to click on it because it's doing the zoom. I'm going to click on this picture. And once I click on it, I'm going to left click and I'm going to, or right click, sorry, and I'm going to do save as. And we're going to put this, that's not what I want. Hold on. Cancel. Save image as. Okay, so I'm not getting the actual image, it's still doing the zooming. So what I'll do is, because I'm not getting the actual image, I have a tool. So you can use the tool if you decide you want to buy it, or there's a free tool. So we can go to TechSmith, and we'll put these, make sure that they're available as resources in your back office. So we're going to go to TechSmith, and it is, it's been a while since I used it. This Jing, not Ping. Jing project is so long ago. I use Snagit. So Jing project, and you can download the Jing project tool. And the great thing about the Jing project tool is it'll let you grab images from wherever. It uses, once you download or you install it, I think there's an image over here of Jing. Once you install it, you're going to get a little yellow tool that's going to show up at the top of your screen. You can move it around. You can put it over here. You can put it over here. But you're going to get a little yellow tool. And when you click on it, you can actually decide where you want to start grabbing the image by clicking on your mouse, dragging across the image, and releasing so that you can get the entire image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a tool called Snagit. And it's also another TechSmith tool. But Jing is a tool that you can install. So all you have to do is just, you can come here and you can install it. Or they may want you to do the free version of Snagit. Looks like they're offering the free version of Snagit. So you can do that as your screen capture. So I got the paid version of Snagit. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to, since I'm getting the magnifying glass over the top of this, when I click on it, I'm still getting the magnifying glass. I'm not going to click. I'm going to make sure that this is the full screen. So I'm going to minimize my screen just a little bit so I can get all of it. And I'm going to go and I'm going to use my Snagit tool. And you'll notice that I got the little plus sign. Once I hit certain keys, I got the little plus sign on it. And I'm going to grab the image from one corner to the other with a little bit of white around the edges. The reason I'm going to do that, and I'll clean up the little green that's down there. I'll get rid of that. But I want to make sure that I'm framing the image. If you get it from the original site, what that means is your image is going to be much cleaner, much crisper, and much better. The size of this image right now, it says it is 895 by 887. 895 by 887. And I'm going to eventually increase the size of this to over 1,000 so that way you can get the zoom in and zoom out feature that exists on Amazon. Okay. So I just reduced my screen down to 90% just so I could get the full picture. If the supplier has the back of the image, that's always awesome. If they don't have the back of it, what you can do is you can do a search for Trolls calendar. And for 2020, sorry, we want to get the 2020. And we're going to see if we can find our calendar in images, and we're going to try to find the back of it. So the back of this, because I actually have it physically in my possession, is, let's see, this is my image, which is a horrible image on eBay. So again, grabbing it from some other source is always better. And I don't see the back of the image yet. Just looking. Now, if it's on Amazon, somebody may have taken a clean picture of it. If it's not on Amazon, I can go look and see if this eBay one is a clean picture, but I don't think it is. Let's see. So this is Hit Click. This is the same one. This is Poshmark. Hopefully they did the back. And why do we care about the back? Well, the reason you care about the back is because kids and parents like to see what they're going to be getting for a specific calendar, for each one of the months. So that's why I always try to make sure I grab the back. So since I'm not seeing it. Okay, I don't know what just happened. Okay, I don't know what just happened. So we're going to start over. I apologize. I'm not really sure what just happened. I think somehow, not really sure. All right, so this is Nicole Whitlock with the eCom Sellers Academy. And what we are doing is we're talking about bundles. We're continuing the second part of this series. And we are going to actually create a bundle for the Trolls calendar that's available for 2020. The reason we chose the Trolls calendar is because of the fact that Trolls is going to be available. The movie is coming out in April of 2020. And so since it's coming out in April of 2020, that means that Trolls is going to be popular in April, which is around Easter. It's going to be popular in back to school, and also probably some of the summer toys. It's going to be popular for Halloween of next year, and it'll also be popular for Christmas. One of the things that you need to keep in mind when you're creating bundles is you want to make sure you get the pictures, that's for sure. You also want to make sure that when you're creating a bundle, Amazon requires a GTIN. A GTIN is either a UPC or it's the EIN, or you have to have a GS1 certified UPC. You can purchase GS1 certified UPCs directly from the GS1 website, or if you have UPCs available that you purchase from eBay and you are confident that they are valid, you can use those. But the one thing I would highly recommend is that you apply for a GTIN exemption. A GTIN exemption allows you to list bundles on Amazon without a UPC. It allows you to list them on Amazon without a UPC. So since it allows you to do that, I would encourage you to apply for a GTIN exemption. Once you apply for a GTIN exemption, you'll have the opportunity to be able to create listings and list things under your product brand name. So in order to list them under your product brand name, I would also recommend that you establish whatever the name of your company is with an LLC, so that you have a product brand name when you are applying for a GTIN exemption. So we are going to give you a video that's going to be in your back office so that you'll know what the steps are to apply for a GTIN exemption. Okay, so today we're going to continue with creating a bundle, or this series, part 2, creating a bundle using the Trolls calendar. And so since we have the Trolls calendar here, you can grab images from the Dollar Tree or the Trolls calendar. You can grab them directly from wherever your source is if they have good, clean images. This one happens to be a good, clean image. And if I were to left click on this image and try to do save as, it's going to send me, because I'm getting the plus sign, it's going to send me directly to over to download a website. And I don't want to do that. I want to download the image. So if I had the option of right clicking on it and then save image as, which I didn't have that option, then I would be able to download the image. But since I don't, what I've done is I've reduced the size of this image so I can get it fully in the frame. I want it in the frame because I want to be able to get the white edges around it. So I'm going to click on it once. I'm going to reduce the size here. And then I'm going to, in a minute, I'm going to scroll down. And I'm going to use a tool called Snagit. You can do a Google search for TechSmith, and you can choose the free version of Snagit. Gene Project is still available. You can use Gene Project, or either one of those, or you can do the paid version of Snagit. So I use my hotkeys to be able to get the little plus sign, to be able to grab the image. So I'm using this. This is what you're going to see, whether you use Jing if it's available, or whether you're using Snagit to grab images. And I'm going to grab this image from one corner with a white border, small white border. The thing about grabbing images is make sure that you have you want some white space, but you want it to be very little white space. So when people click on it and they zoom, it's going to be a perfect, clear image. So we had already grabbed it. So the next thing we want to do is we want to grab the back of it. Well, in this particular listing that is on Dollar Tree, we don't have a really good image of this back of this photo. We could try to get this. It's not going to look very nice when we try to zoom it in. We can try. I don't know. That's about as big as it's going to get. So I can try to resize it. I'm going to go ahead and grab it from here because people want to know what they're getting for this particular calendar. So I'm going to try to grab it from here and try to resize it. I'll also clean out any part of, like I got a little bit of a black line up here. I'll clean all of that out. If I can't get a good picture from here, what I'll do is, and again, that was, I mean, it's decent, but we'll see how it looks when we're done. I'm going to go back and I'm going to resize this back to 100%. The other thing you could do is you could do a random Google search to see if you can find this calendar and the back of it. If you can find the back of it and it's a clean image and it's a good size, because resizing it to make it larger can cause it to be grainy sometimes. And you don't want it to be grainy. So if you can prevent it from being grainy, that's good. So the image that we are trying to get the back of the calendar is 2020 controls, 2020 calendar. Is this one right here. This one and this one and this one. So I'm gonna click on this one to see if they got a good back of this particular calendar. I click on the listing. Here's the back of it. This is not too bad. It's still got the wrapping on it. So if you're gonna take your own pictures, try to reduce as much as possible having the wrapping so people can see what they're getting for January, February, March, April, May, June. They can see the images of the characters for each one of the months. This looks like, is this the same one? That's 20, yeah, that's 2019. So that's not the right calendar when I clicked on it. That's very interesting. The wrong calendar came up. This is clearly not this calendar. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So that's not the right calendar, even though we're clicking on it. It's not pulling up the right calendar. Let me scroll down. Here it is down. Is this the right one? Yep. For 2020? Yep. Okay, so let me click on it and see if we have a cleaner picture of the back. This one actually looks pretty good. Somebody probably did the same thing I just did, which was grab it directly from the Dollar Tree. Let's see if we have a clean. This is the back of it. Okay, so this one is the back of it. Again, they still have the plastic on it, but it is a decent picture. So you could grab that one so you can see what you get for January, February, March. The reason you want that as many pictures as possible is you can put in your Amazon listing. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure you have as many pictures as possible in your Amazon listing. Click on this one, see if it has a better, okay, this is a better picture of the back. This still has the plastic on it, but this is a clean, bright picture of the back. So I like this one. I like this one a lot. So what I'm going to do is I am going to grab this image, but I'm going to do it without, I'm going to have very little white frame on it. So I'm going to grab this one just because it's an available image here. Then we're going to go, okay. Okay. So then the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to, so now we've got a clean picture of the back. We got two versions of the back. This one is okay. I don't know how I'm going to potentially get the reverse white on the back of this because Amazon wants a white background. So I'll figure that out in a second. I think I got a really good frame of it. Yeah, it's almost perfectly aligned. So what I could do is I could drop it into another frame inside a frame, probably to get the white background. So I'll do that in just a second. I think so. Okay, so now that we have the calendar, why did we choose the calendar? We talked about the reason why we chose the calendar. We chose this calendar because of the fact that it is available. It's available on, it's a movie that's coming out next year, and it's got a decent rank on Amazon. Let's go look and see what the rank is on Amazon, see what the competition is, see how many people are on the listing. So I just trimmed it, and you can see that all the black lines are gone. Yay. So I trimmed it because it was perfectly lined up. I love it when it's perfectly lined up. It's not all cattywampus. So since it's not, we're going to go ahead and close this. Now that we've got our image, now we're going to go see what this thing is doing. And I'd already done a little bit of research, so I already knew what it was doing on Amazon. So this is the picture again. And I will tell you that if you have a listing, if you jump on a listing where this is not the one that this, how many sellers? 10. Yeah, this is the listing. So this particular listing is horrible. It really is. And if you were to jump on this listing and you uploaded a replacement picture, Amazon will actually do an evaluation to see if your picture is better. And if your picture is better, they'll actually replace this entire picture with your picture. And that is what people should really do. If they've got a clean picture, this is not really a clean picture. You can tell that this is a taken picture. I mean, it's bright. They did it in a bright room, or they made it, I don't think they did it in a photo box. I'm pretty sure it doesn't look like it was in a photo box, but they did, a decent job of making sure that it's bright. But my picture that I grabbed, this is clearly a much better picture. So between the two pictures, which one would you rather be on the listing? I would rather this particular picture be on the listing. It's much brighter, it's vibrant, and it pops. And so you always want to have a picture on the listing that pops, at least the cover picture. Now this particular picture right here pops. It's a little bit of a faded pink, but it's still bright, vibrant. So this is the secondary picture. It's not the primary picture. And actually you could make this like picture number 8 instead of making it the secondary. This one would have been brighter. Again, the pink is much brighter, but as I increase the size of this with the tool that I'm using, the entire picture, if I increase the size to 1,000, you'll see that it becomes grainy. And so it becomes grainy. And because it will become grainy, it's not a good quality picture to put up. So this one is still a much better picture because it's not grainy. And I can resize this and it won't be grainy. So that's a tip when you listing where they have put up the listing and it's a picture. You have the opportunity, if you're just jumping on the listing, you have the opportunity to replace the picture if you're approved to be able to sell it. The other thing, this person did not list this under the correct manufacturer. If you look on the back of this listing, the actual manufacturer of this is Benden. See, it's actually Benden. It is not DreamWorks. So I have no idea why they put this under DreamWorks LLC. It should not be under DreamWorks LLC. It should be under Benden when they created this listing. So that's a bad thing because now it says it's by DreamWorks. So if it's by DreamWorks, that could possibly mean that you have to get approved to be able to sell this calendar, even though this calendar is not by DreamWorks. It is actually published and created by Benden. So that's something that you can argue with Amazon about to say, look, flip it over. You can see on the back that it is actually Benden. So somebody, potentially, you'll find some listings that, and this is a sidebar, this is not directly related to this bundle, but this is a sidebar note. If you're trying to jump on the listing and you know that you've been able to sell the calendars before, because the majority of the calendars that are sold by the Dollar Tree are by Benden, period. If someone has put a completely different manufacturer and this manufacturer is restricted, then they're trying to keep you off the listing. So in this example, you could go to battle with Amazon to show them, look, this is a Benden calendar. This is not a DreamWorks Animation LLC calendar. So this needs to be changed, and then that will open it up so that more sellers can actually sell the calendar. So right now they're trying to restrict the number of sellers on this particular calendar. More than likely, this is going to be a restricted buy. But if you can sell it, great. If you can't sell it, if it said Benden, they can correct that and put the correct publisher on there. Okay, so the next thing, and that was very strategic by the seller because they purposely did not put the back of the calendar on here so that Amazon could see it was actually Benden as the publisher of this calendar. Okay, so moving on. That was a sidebar, sorry. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go look at other items that we could put with this calendar. So trolls items that you could put with this calendar, what makes sense to go with the calendar? So I might put together maybe a coloring book, I might put a puzzle, but those are not related to a calendar. What might be related to a calendar is maybe let's go see if there's a journal. And let's see if there's a journal that's already ranked on Amazon. Because we know this calendar is ranked. The rank on the calendar is, so it's in the top 100. It's still high, but that rank is going to come down as you get closer to the to 2020. So let's go look for Trolls Journal. Okay, so we can see here there is a diary kit already out here. Would this diary kit go well with our calendar? Absolutely. Absolutely. It would go perfect with our calendar if we could find this diary kit at a discounted price. We're going to go see if we can find it. Then here is a diary, which is cute. This looks like this is in a diary package. This is cute. It's got scratch stickers and a journal, and then that's a notebook. And then it looks like this somebody created a bundle by UPD. I know UPD. So what you could do, and that's actually probably a good one to go look up. UPD is a supplier of different things, and they will have things to sell. So I'm going to go see if they have any, not UPS. I have a link for UPD. I think here it is. You could also go see what else Bendon has. You could go see what, that's Bendon. You could go see what Five Below has. We can go see what Party City has. And the reason I'm opening up all of these is I am trying to create a listing that it's going to be difficult when I'm creating this bundle that somebody else can jump on. I don't want somebody to easily be able to jump on it, okay? So I'm going to look up trolls, see what UPD has. And you can apply and buy, you can actually buy things from Bendon and from UPD as well. Our products. And let's see. You know, we want potentially girls. Trolls is going to come up under girls. Okay, let's see what they've got. Oh, wait a minute, I got distracted. Sorry, shiny object. Let me see what this Lisa. Unicorns. Okay, Lisa Frank. I was hoping she had a unicorn one, but that's okay. We're moving on. Okay, so why am I going through this extra effort? Is because I want to make this a listing that you have to go find all the pieces in order to be able to piggyback off my listing. So I didn't see anything immediately in trolls. I'm going to go look under neutral, sorry, under girls. I'm going to go look under neutral and see if they've got anything that's trolls related. Under neutral. And again, I'm just on Bendon Publishing is where I am. Okay, so they've got a play pack here. Okay, this play pack you can probably buy for $1. I've ordered play packs from them before. You on Amazon. Oh, you guys suck. But look at how crisp and pristine this picture is. So we might do the play pack. I love that. And you can probably find that play pack at Dollar Tree, actually. Dollar Tree has a lot of play packs. So more than likely that play pack is there. I would physically go there just to confirm that it is there. And you may also find it at Dollar General or Five Below. Okay, so I'm going to go to UPD and I am going to see if I can find what they have in here for trolls. So they've got some trolls pencils. They've got a lunch pail, a tin pail. They got a jump rope. They've got bowls, cups. They've got socks. They've got fake nails. They've got a patch on a card. Okay, adhesive patch. Okay. They've got the bath bomb that has nothing to do with the calendar, so I'm going to keep going. Tissue, socks. They've got, let's see, these are cute, plushies. If I was doing a bigger bundle, the plushies actually might be worth it. Okay, so this is all they've got. They don't have anything that's journal related. Okay, so we found a play pack over on Bendon, nothing on UPD that's worth selling. Okay, so now we're going to go to Sam Hill. Check required. Why am I seeing this? Okay, whatever. All right, so I am going to look up trolls and see what I find. Now, if they have an advent calendar, a calendar sold with an advent calendar all day, do that all day. Trust me on that. It's still spinning. So that's going to take a minute. Now I'm going to go to Party City because it's still spinning. I don't know why it's still spinning. and we're going to look trolls. Let's see what they have. And they normally have some pretty good stuff. You can get play packs. The great thing about Party City is they have all the stuff for birthday parties too. So you can always get pieces from them. So they've got a sticker book. Sticker books will sell all day, 20% off. Okay. And I would take advantage of that coupon that I just cleared out of, but I've put sticker books with my bundles. Okay, so we've got party favors. I'm looking for a journal. So I got a party pack so far that I like. There's a miniature puzzle. That's too much for a puzzle. You can get puzzles cheaper than that at the dollar. You can get trolls puzzles. You shouldn't be paying more than $1 for a puzzle. Actually, you can sometimes get them less than that. So I only see right now, yeah, I know. I see a puzzle, and then we're going to go to page 2, and let's see what else we find. We're going to put together a bundle real time. Okay, so I see pencils. That. Exchange cards. Okay, so keep that in mind that they got Valentine's Day cards. They're already out, and they are $3. Now you can buy the Valentine's Day cards for $1, just so you know. So scented markers. I don't know. They have this notepad, so let's see if we can find. This is branch. That's too much. That's $7. Not doing that at all, because we want to pay attention to our margins. How much is this puzzle? $3. Yeah, their puzzles are too much. So you can get puzzles for less than that at the Dollar Tree. Okay, so let's go to the last one on the list, and that is that it? So that's a pencil set. That's still too much. Okay. So I did a search. Let me say trolls journals. There's a journal set. And if you can find a journal, that's cute. Let's see what we can find. So this diary set is on eBay. I would search Google for that image to see if I can find this diary set. This is also Have a Happy Day. You got to find who is the person that created it. That's the goal. If you can find who is the person that published it or created it, then you can go directly to them. Okay, so this is Walmart Kids Design. I'm looking for something like that. So if I can't find that, then I'm going to go after a coloring book. But I really would love to have a journal that goes with it. And the journal should not be that much. You know, $1, $2, that should be enough. Okay, let's see if Five Below came up with anything. Okay, so trolls. There is a plush diary with a pen. Okay, so they got a little diary with a pen. I like that. It's a little more than I would want to pay, but they do have it. So now, if we look at this, we're into it for at least $1 already. Let me pull it up. We're into it for $1 plus $3.25, so that's $4.25. Plus, if we do a play pack for $1, that's $5.25. The play pack's going to have stickers in it. It's going to have a pen and a marker and a little thing in it. And then we could throw a puzzle in there. If we had an advent calendar, I would love that. But because then you could tie that directly into the holidays, and you can sell that before December 1st starts. They would sell out like crazy. So they have a great picture, and they have a picture of it in use. So the fuzzy pen, they have it in stock. I could buy it. and it goes perfect with my calendar. Do I want to pay $325? Nope. But am I okay with it? Yeah, I'm okay with it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose this one, save image as. And I am going to have this Trolls Diary. And you could keep looking to see if you can find something else. For the purposes of this exercise, I'm taking both of these. Okay. And then on top of that, I'm going to go grab from Pendant Publishing. I'm going to go get that play pack that we saw, that was Trolls. That was on one of these pages. There's Dory. Okay, so there's my play pack. And so in the play pack, make a note of everything that they get, because here's all the stuff that they get with this play pack. They get crayon stickers and a coloring book. So a coloring book is included. It's a miniature coloring book though. So I'm gonna left click on it. I'm gonna do save image as. So now I've got Trolls play pack. Okay. All right. And so we have now a calendar, a play pack. That's play pack has multiple pieces in it. We have a diary that has multiple pieces. So we have 3 pieces already. So is there one more thing that we could potentially add to this? We're into this right now for $525. So could we add one more thing to it? I would love to get this add that one, but that's okay. The fuzzy one is probably going to sell. Here's some more. Oh, UPD. It says Sears. Now I'm curious. I'm curious. Oh no, that's too much. Yeah, that's too much. But evidently they did have it. Okay. So UPD has got some trolls, some stuff online. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find one more piece to add to this amazing bundle. So we're getting the play pack either from the Dollar Tree, which for $1 we can get it from Five Below for probably about $1.50. You can get it from Party City for probably about $1. We've got the calendar coming from the Dollar Tree, and we have the journal coming directly from Five Below. So somebody is going to have to work hard to piggyback off of this listing. And that what that will do is that minimizes the chances of somebody finding all your pieces and selling the exact same item. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else that's inexpensive that I want to sell with this. Let's go to number 1. Let's see what else they've got here. Okay. That's a sticker book. You could include the sticker book, so then you're up to $6.25. And I know that they have little bitty things. You're not going to include the blow stuff because that's going to be for a party. Let's see what else we've got. Activity box. What is this? That is a little cute carrying thing, but that's clearly a party favor, but that is cute. Okay, so then the last thing, I could either add another coloring book or I can add a puzzle. So we clearly saw those. Those are Party City. Walmart, we're not doing that. We know we can get them at the Dollar Tree. So let's go over to the Dollar Tree. Got all kind of windows open. We got 9,000 windows open, guys. All right, so let's go type in Trolls Let's see what the Dollar Tree has got. So they've got a sticker pack for $1. They've also got some more, a sticker book for $1. We already got the calendar. They've got an activity set for $1. I'm into the activity set. Go back. So we already got a play pack. Let's see what else is in there. Bandages. Bandages don't make sense. Pencil sets. I don't think Trolls is in there. Well, let's see. And this is the exact same thing that I do. I do this actual up. I found something I like. This is $1. I like this. Okay, so we're gonna steal this. You can always change your bundle up. I'm gonna reduce the size so I can get the white around it. Just barely. Oh, close this. And now we got more room. Okay, so we're gonna grab this. We want this one. So the thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you can get all these pieces. You can order this directly from Dollar Tree. The only thing is that you have all these other characters. So like if we had a Toy Story calendar, this will be perfect. You could actually build out all the other calendars. So they've got The Lion King. Again, these are movies that have come out or are coming out. So we know that Aladdin came out, and this is the Disney princesses. Toy Story came out, The Lion King, Disney princesses, and then Mickey and Mickey. People love Mickey. But I do love this kit. So I might replace that with the play pack, but let's go see what's up here with this other set. So this says this is an activity set. So let's see what it looks like. The fact that it's glittery, I don't know. It's $1. That's a lot to get from the Dollar Tree. So we would have the calendar. We would have that. We would get the book, the journal from Big Five Below, and go from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check something. I'll go ahead and click on it. We'll grab it just in case. I'm not going to say we're going to do it. I like it when it's in its packaging versus just being out. Okay. All right. So I know where I got everything. And I would make a note of everywhere that you got everything so that way when you piece it together, you're not thrown off by everything that you've pieced together. Okay, so we're going to go see if this particular journal is moving on Amazon. More than likely it's on Amazon, so we're going to search Google for this image. We know it's at Five Below, so we're going to see what other items we're putting together in this bundle that are actually moving. This is not a bath toy. Charles Diary. There's a similar one that's on here, not quite the exact same, but it is similar. Oh. Maybe is it going to be that pink? That's a horrible picture. Don't all the fuzz. Yeah, that's so. See when you zoom in on it, they did a horrible job with that. But they've got the little plush thing, so the concept of it is the same. So that's good to know that there's one that's already on Amazon that has a similar concept. Not exactly the same picture. Let's see what this thing is doing. There's some other JoJo is very popular. So this particular toy, it's high in toys, but in diaries, it's $716, and it is 6,371 in learning toys. So that means now we've got two things that are in the Amazon top 100 for the secondary categories. And that's going to also help that listing. That's the reason why I wanted a journal, because I knew that it was going to potentially move. So now we've got two things. We know they're in the top 100. Let's go check our Trolls Play Pack. I doubt that it's moving that much, but that's okay. Assuming that it may not be moving as much. So yeah, the people are selling these things in bulk, and you can get play packs all day. I probably already have play packs in my house, but a single play pack by itself, they're not making any money off of that. It looks like there's 13 sellers on it. The rank on it is, I mean, it's high. It's super high. So this play pack has been around for a while, and they had a picture of the contents of it, but nope. They do have things that are frequently bought together with it when people buy it. So you'll see stickers are frequently bought with it. But customers have also viewed these things. So the only thing that's frequently bought is this. So I'm not worried about the play pack. So the play pack, that'll be fine. And the last thing that we found, what did we go find? So we found the calendar, the pencil set. Okay, so this is a pencil set. We got the pencil set. This is an activity fun set. Trolls activity fun set. Trolls activity fun set. Trolls. Let's see if there's already an activity fun set. Like, I love this, what this person has done. This would be me. Just gonna be honest. Putting together, they're into this for $1, $1, $2, $3, $4. The stamps, you can get those dirt cheap, probably 40 cents. The crayons, you can get those for about 50 cents. This, yeah, these are inexpensive bundles. I love this. See how vibrant and bright? That's how you do a bundle. You always want to make sure you get the first picture. Okay. This one is with the marker. Is that the marker coloring activity sets? So is this the marker set that I was like, no, I don't want that. So are they going to come with a marker set? If that's the marker set, I might be interested in that. Yeah, it probably comes just like this. Okay, whoops. Okay. Now I will tell you, I've done a lot of Trolls bundles. I have Trolls bundle sets currently in my storage unit. So pulling all of those out that are already done and just going to relist them. All right. So I'm going to just stick with 3 or 4 of the things that we already have. And we're going to go ahead and create the image. So now that we've got all these pieces, now we need to make some notes. So when you're creating a bundle, you need to make sure that you got all the details of your contents. So we have one bullet is going to be Trolls 2020 calendar. You can say wall calendar. Some people are looking for calendar. Some people are looking for wall calendar. So you could go to keyword spy. And if I go to keyword spy, I can see if people are looking for wall calendar or if they're looking for 2020 calendar. Okay, so the search for 2020 calendar is not that many. 2020 wall calendar. I can take the year off, nothing. So I'll just do wall calendar. How many people are searching for wall calendar? So each month, it looks like 135,000 people are searching for wall calendar versus 55 million are searching for calendar. So that is too big of a pool. So I am going to add the word wall to mine. And let's see if anybody's searching for the words. You can use merchant words to do some searches to see if what the search looks like. I can also, so wall calendar is more of a niche, and so that will narrow the search, which is fine, can be okay. You're going to have 55,000 looking for the word calendar. If I go to Google, I'm going to look up something real quick to see what words are being commonly searched. Trolls, wall. So the first thing that comes up is wallpaper, wall decals, wall stickers, wall art, wall. There you go. So then when I do a search and type in calendar, calendar comes up. If I remove this, because I had already searched for it, okay. Trolls, let me clear everything real quick. Let's just clear all my stuff. Close that. I always forget where their stupid thing is. Advanced. Only because I'm looking for it that I won't be able to find it that fast. Clear. And while that's doing that, let me go close this. How many Google searches do I have open? I'll leave that one open, this one closed. Okay, I need that for that. Okay. Okay, so let's go to Google. We cleared. Now let's type in trolls. So trolls journal, because I'd look for journal. But trolls 2, I'm gonna scroll down below that. Trolls 2 cast, movie, characters, okay? So if I type in trolls wall still, calendar is not coming up as much, people are not looking for that. The word calendar is coming up, so people are looking for the word trolls calendar. So people are searching for the words trolls calendar, so I'm gonna take the word wall out. And I'm gonna do trolls calendar. I'm gonna put 2020 on the end. So people are gonna be looking for that. And then in my search terms on the back end, I'm gonna put 2020 trolls calendar as a long tail keyword on the search terms on the back end in the back of Amazon. I mean, like in my search boxes in the back of Amazon. The other thing I'm gonna put in here is trolls. The next thing that people were buying was the trolls diary. So these are two that were ranked at the highest. And I'm going to spell diary right at some point in my life. And it is be specific, trolls plush diary. So when I go back to Amazon for that diary, did it say the words trolls plush diary? Or how did it come up? So I typed in trolls diary and it came up as plush diary. So I probably want to list it as trolls diary. Let's do trolls, D-I-A-R. So diary set is coming up. Plush. So plush diary set is not coming up. You see that? Plush doll, plush blanket, plush toy, plush puppy. Da, da, da. So trolls diary is coming up in Google. So since it's coming up in Google and it also came up in Amazon as trolls diary, I'm going to list this as trolls diary. And then on the back end, I'm going to list this as trolls plush diary set. Okay. And I could put with pen over here. What kind of pen is this? With the fuzzy pen, you can put the fuzzy pen on the end of it. But as far as my bullets are concerned, I'm using these words because people are searching for the word trolls and calendar. People are searching for the words trolls and diary. Came up in Amazon by default, came up in Google by default. So then the next one is the trolls play pack. We know that we didn't have a bunch of activity coming on with that. And then the trolls activity set. I think it was, I don't know what it was. Trolls activity set. What was it? Trolls activity set. One of these. Just a minute. Oh, I got it from the Dollar Tree. Sorry. So the activity set was from the Dollar Tree. If these were actually in their packets, I would like that. If I go to the Dollar Tree and I find it and it's in his packet, then I'll take that picture as well. I can take it with my photo box, and you can do the same. You can use a white background. If you don't have like a photo box, you can use a white background. So this is called a fun activity set, licensed pencil activity set. So licensed character pencil activity set. So I'm going to call it a Trolls pencil activity set. You'll see if it's being searched at all on Amazon. Nope, nothing defaulted. Trolls pencil, pencil case, pencil box, pencil toppers. Again, the first words to default in, not coming up. Activity book, activity figure set. So activity is coming up. Activity pack. You see activity pack is down here. The word set is not coming up unless it's with figure set. So I'm gonna go over to Google. Again, I'm always trying to work the keywords that people are looking. So pencil toppers are coming up. So I don't think there's any pencil toppers in that kit. We could, if it, oh, nope. Do we have pencil toppers? These are pencil toppers. All right, these are pencil toppers. I think they are. Description. Rinse erasers. So because I am ignorant and I don't know what a pencil topper is, I'm gonna go look. Oh, that's just the fuzzy thing. All right, so these are not pencil toppers. Oops, they're not pencil toppers. Okay, but they do have the erasers. So they got the pad, they got the pencils, and they got 2 erasers. So no, pencil toppers does not apply in this situation. Trolls, pencil, because I clicked on pencil toppers, it came to the top. So pencil box is not coming up. So then after I do Trolls activity set is coming up. It's the 3rd one. So people are searching for the word Trolls activity set. Okay. So I'm going to move the Trolls activity set above the play pack. And so those are my buttons or my list that are going to be my bullets on Amazon. When I talk about bullets, I'm going to click on this one. You see these bullets that are here? I'm going to put something in it and I'll say includes blah, 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 da, da, da. You can use the words perfect for blah, 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 good for blah, blah, blah. And, so I'm going perfect for Trolls fans. I like all of these sentences, but you want to include in your bullets what the actual contents of it is. So I always want to also have really good pictures. So one of the things that Amazon says is that you need to make sure that the size of your pictures are over 1,000 by 1,000. So we're just going to go see Amazon photo requirements. Okay, so it needs to be 1,000 pixels. They recommend 2560 width. This is not even Amazon, but let's see what their infographic says. Okay, so recommended, it needs to be preferred is larger than 1,000 pixels, which is what we were doing. Not applicable. They don't want anything that's below 500. So I try to make sure that mine is over 1,000 pixels. Typically, I do about 1,400 or 1,500 by 1,500. So then that way, when they do the zoom piece, that Amazon will automatically zoom this picture. Okay, you see how I just rest over it and automatically zooms it. Okay, automatically does it without me even thinking about it. That's because they made the picture size the appropriate size. If I go and click on it, see how it automatically does that. When people have pictures that are too small, then it doesn't do that. So this one. Yeah. So what we're going to do to our pictures is we can see that this particular picture is 185 by 87. This one is 911 by 97. I had more white on that one. This was not the one we're going to use. This one we're going to use, but we're going to put some white frame around it. We have this one right here. What happened to my, oh, I downloaded the play pack. This one is 504 by 871. So I'm going to have to at least make 871 by increase that by 1,000. And if we were using this one, we could increase this up to 1,000 on each one of them. So how do I create a combo picture set? So I'm going to do that real quick. So the things that we've covered is, first, we're going to go find the item that we're going to potentially put in the bundle. We want to find things that are related to that or connected in some kind of way to that particular item. We found a calendar, and then we went and found a diary to go with the calendar so that you can make notes, you can flip your calendar, and you can enter the little girl's room. Just imagine that they've got on their desk, they've got their little Trolls diary. They've got on their wall, they've got their Trolls calendar, and they've got all these other Trolls related accessories, including stickers that they can use for multiple purposes. They could put it on the calendar. They've got coloring activity kits. They've got all kinds of stuff that they can do with their particular Trolls kit. So it's an entire Trolls kit for a little girl. Okay. And it's including the calendar. And I don't remember seeing, but let's go back and look. Let's see if anybody's already put together a calendar bundle for Trolls. I don't think they have. So I don't see any Trolls calendar bundle sets. Yeah, there are none. Oh, there's one. So somebody put with the Trolls calendar, they decided that they were going to put some stickers, which is the same thing that I was talking about. So they probably found those stickers at the Dollar Tree. They did look like they got a really good picture. This first one, they did the combo picture, and that's what you want to make sure is that you have in your first picture is the combo. Then after that, you put the back of the calendar and you list each one of the items that are included in the bundle. Okay, so they did a decent job with this. This particular bundle set, they're selling it for $8.99. I don't know why so inexpensively, and it has no rank yet. So they didn't put any of the keywords in this, and they used the word wall. So, it came up under Trolls calendar, so they probably on the back end, you have all those additional search fields. So they probably did put the words Trolls calendar in there. I would have put the 2020 on the front or the tail end of this and put Trolls calendar together. So then that way you don't have to worry about that. And then in the back search terms, I would have put 2020 Trolls calendar or 2020 wall calendar or whatever. So that way, if people are searching it multiple ways, they would have it. But this particular combo set, we have to create our combo picture to go with it. So the second thing we did was we double checked to see what are these things already moving for on Amazon. So we did that exercise to go see which one is moving first, second, and third. The calendar's moving first. The little diary is moving second. And then third, the activity set. People are searching for the word activity set. So we looked for what are they searching for, the keywords. And again, that's just simple by typing this in here. And then what are the defaults that are naturally coming up versus, and this is after you clear your cache, versus, just trying to randomly figure out which ones go together. So more people were looking for the activity set than they were for the pencil set. So that's what we went after. And then the play pack, that play pack actually has been up there for about, since it says 2016, I believe it, because I actually have that exact same play pack set. All right, and could you add a coloring book to this? Yep. And could you to it? Yes. You could find the puzzle. I would not get the little 10 puzzles from Big Lots. Not Big Lots. I would get the 10 puzzles. That was the one thing we didn't do. I would not get the 10 puzzles from Party City. I would get them from somewhere else. So let's go see if we can find Big Lots. This is the last one, I promise. And then we're going to go put all these pictures together. And your first picture needs to be the combo picture so people know that they're getting a bundle. That clearly is not Trolls at all. They got the keychains for $15. Why would you pay a keychain set for $15? Nobody's doing that. Yeah, so clearly, I don't know what's going on with their little search engine. That clearly is not a Trolls puzzle. So I don't know what's happening with Big Lots. They didn't move some stuff around, and I don't know. No, I don't think so. All right. So I didn't find anything in Big Lots. But you could get the puzzles at Big Lots. You can also get puzzles at Dollar General. You could choose to get the puzzles from the Dollar Tree, but if you get two pieces from the Dollar Tree, two pieces from Five Below, and two pieces from Big Lots, it makes it. I'm sorry, from Party City. It makes it harder for people to follow you, meaning piggybacking off of that listing. So just want to mix it up. Try not to get too many pieces from the same store or from the same source. Okay, so that's your tip of the day. Now let's go create our combo picture. So you could create your combo picture in Snagit, or if you don't have Snagit and you're using something else, you could dump them all in Paint. If you've got fresh pictures. So what the first thing I do is I'm going to go and I'm going to resize this. And I'm going to increase the size of this to over 1,000. Once I increase it to over 1,000, you see vertically, it's 1,500, width, it's 1,000. So I really want it to be, well, we could do 1,500. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, so we'll see what happens. I need to change this. No, I don't want to maintain ratio. So change your size first of your canvas. So I'm going to do 1,500 by 1,500. Okay. So now I've got a blank canvas, white. Now I can start grabbing my pictures. So the one thing that I said I was going to do was on this one, I said I was going to add the white trim around it. So the great thing about this is I can flip it inside of Snagit. And I can get the little border around it, not much. Now there are times you don't want the border, and we're gonna see in just a minute if I need to also redo this picture without the border. At some point I'm gonna be able to grab this little thing. It's fighting me, stop fighting me. There we go, nope. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna rotate this one more time, and now it's back at the top. I'm gonna go ahead and fill the canvas, and I'm going to fill it with white. So now I have a white border. Boom, done. Okay, so I'm gonna make two versions of this picture. We'll make one version where it is big over 1,000. So then that way it's part of my picture grouping. That picture grouping, when I go back over here, remember I have multiple pictures over here. So I have to list each one of these separately, and then I have the combo picture. Okay, so you follow me on that? Hopefully that makes sense. So right now this is 845 by 827, 829. It needs to be bigger. So I'm going to resize this, and hopefully it won't go too grainy. We'll see. If it gets grainy, I can drop it in something else and try to resize it so it doesn't get grainy. So I'm going to move it to 1,000. Okay, it didn't get bad. Okay. So at least one side is 1,000. So when I go back over to this infographic, somewhere over here, it says pixels larger than 1,000 or larger. And the width is, the recommended is 25 by 60. But if I made this 25 by 60, it would be too much. So if I did this right now, 25 by 60, okay, it'll be a little grainy. I'm not going to, I'm going to cancel this in just a second. See how it's a little fuzzy? A little fuzzy. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to resize it to probably around 1,300. That's not too terribly grainy. And that gets me my first size. So I'm going to save this size, save this one. And this is Trolls 2020, Trolls calendar, back. This is the back of the Trolls calendar. You can name it. You can do Trolls _ calendar, whatever. But I want to know that this is the back. When I get ready to upload the pictures, I need to make sure I'm getting the right one. Okay? So I still have the original that I started off with because I renamed this one Save As. Okay. So then this is the front. And I'm going to resize this front. It's a little cattywampus, as you can tell. You know, it's kind of a little slanted. I don't like that, but oh well, I'll get over it. So I'm going to increase this one to about 1300 as well. Close it. I'm going to get rid of this down at the bottom. What I'm doing is I'm cutting out the piece, and then I'm duplicating that cutout. I'm going to use that duplicated cutout to cover the screen. So I'm doctoring the photo. See, can't tell I did that. So now I'm going to save this as, save as. I'm going to name it. This is the front. Again, when I'm uploading pictures to Amazon, I need to make sure I'm grabbing all my pictures. Okay, so now I've got the back, I've got the front. I'm going to go and get this one. I'm going to resize it. And I'm going to resize the bottom. I'll make the bottom at least 1200. Still pretty good. It's a little grainy, but not too terribly grainy. And that's what you don't want. You don't want it to be super grainy. So this works. Netflix streaming. I like that. There you go. Some little sales ad there. Okay, so now we're going to do, this is the, what did we say we were naming this? If you don't remember what you're naming it, you can go back to your notes. It says we're going to call this the activity set. We're not going to call it the pencil set because people are not searching for that. You got to go know what people are searching for. Okay, so now that I've resized it, so I've got 3 of them resized, and really it's only 2 that are fully done. Then we're going to go and get the one that was the play pack. Let's see how big the play pack is. So I'm going to open the play pack and snag it. This training is going way longer than planned. It's all good. Okay, so I'm going to resize this play pack because it has to be bigger. I'm going to up the bottom number. This one's going to enlarge just fine because this is a fully vectorized picture. And when I say that, like, it is pristine. The picture is fully vectorized. So I'm going to go ahead and save this as play pack. I'm going to put a 1 over here so that I know this is the resized one. So then the other thing that we took a picture of was the pencil set. So let's go get the pencil set. This one I'm a little concerned about. I don't know what's going to happen when I try to resize it. So let's go see what happens. Okay, so it's already a good size. It's 12 by 12. Boom. It's already 12 by 12. It's 1200 by 1200. So I'm not going to worry about it. And then the other one was with the pencil. Oops. So I need to open it up and snag it and see what size it is. This is 1200 by 12. Okay, we're good. Now this one has way too much white around the edges when it comes to trimming it up and cleaning it up, but we'll work it out. So now that we've got all of our pictures and we've got them resized for the individual, and all we were doing was resizing for the individual pictures that are going to be here. So this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. This is all the individual pictures. Now we got to go create the gargantuan one that is the bundle. So we created a canvas in a blank canvas in Paint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my pictures over here that are in Snagit, and I am going to trim them down, and I'm going to shift them. So this one was not renamed. I'm looking up at the top to tell me what the names of these are so that I don't mess with the originals. So this is the original that we resized. So I'm not going to manipulate this one, but I can manipulate this one. I don't like This one I renamed, this one renamed dessert. So here's the original one. And here's the originals. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reduce the size of this one by the white. And I'm going to put as very little white as possible because I got to grab it and put it over in the other picture. So it does require sort of a surgeon's hand. Sometimes it feels like I had to be a surgeon to get it as trimmed as possible, as clean as possible. So I'm just trimming the white on it. Ooh, I went too far. And if you overdo it, it's okay. I mean, you're trying to fit it all on one canvas. And you want to fit it all on one canvas so they can see it really well. Okay. So now we got this one a little trimmed. Oops. Okay, so this one is trimmed. So I'm going to save as, I'm going to save this one as Trolls. And I'm not going to do the back, Trolls calendar trim. I'm doing this because if I have to come back and redo this, I don't want to have to retrim it. Okay. Okay. So this one is called trimmed. And I got to go do this back. And I'm going to, I don't have the original anymore. I hate that. I didn't mean to replace the original. So always try not to replace the original because now when I reduce the size of this, it's going to be a little grainy. And I don't want the back, so I don't need the back. So this one, I've got the original size, so I can resize that one as much as I want to. This one, I'm going to trim some of the white off of it. You want it as close to the white as possible. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to do save as because I'd already. Okay, so there we go. So we've got this one. We've got two versions of it. We got the trimmed down version. We've got the trimmed down version of this. And we don't have the trimmed down version of this. So I'm going to go back over because I should not have overlaid the original. So I'm going to go get this one again. And I need to go get control. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Come on. Okay, so now I grabbed it and I have now the, okay, so now I have, okay, so now I have a trimmed down version of this. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so I'm trim this. All right, so I've got my calendar. I've got my pencil set trimmed down somewhere over here. I've got this trimmed down and I have a play pack. Now let's go grab all of these and put them into Paint. Okay. So the one thing about Paint that I hate is that when you move something, you move off of it, it's still got the little dotted lines around it. Once you remove the dotted lines, you click somewhere else outside, like some other thing, you will not be able to work with it again. So this is how much space I have. This is clearly too big. Put it as close to the edge as possible. And then I'm going to trim it. I'm going to make it smaller so I can squeeze the other stuff on here. Okay. Still sort of in its own shape. Probably should not have made it that small. So I'm going to put it up here again and move it up. Oh, it's already at the top. I want it to be the prominent thing, so I'm going to go look and see what are the sizes for the other stuff. So what can I put next to it? I'd love to be able to put the journal next to it. I think I can. So I'm going to take a chance. Now, again, I'm not going to be able to move the journal. So I will tell you, this is like the work of a surgeon because if you mess this up too much, you have to redo it. And what this does is it saves you from having to take pictures. For those of you who don't have a photo box, then you could take a picture of all these together, but having the actual fresh vectorized photos are the best. Okay. So now they're right next to each other and they're almost identical in line. Oh, I love that. I'm close. Okay. So now I've got the journal. Now I've got to go put the other ones at the bottom and make them look pretty cool. Now I'm going to try to rotate these a little bit. It may not let me, but you'll get the idea. You'll see what I'm doing here. I'll put the pencil set in here. If I had the pieces of the pencil set, I actually could go get that. Or, oops, undo that. I think what looks better, maybe. This might actually look better. This might actually look better. So I'm going to grab this. Okay. See how that looks better? So it's still the pencil set and it looks better. It really does. So that makes me want to put this one in. It really does make me want to put this one in. Let me resize this one. And again, this all I'm doing is you're seeing me do it real time. Is let me see, did I trim? Hold on, let me see if I trim the edges as much as possible. I'm trimming as much white off of it as possible. Okay. Okay. Now, let's put this in here. Make this smaller. Oh, that's not good. Undo. It's going to be a little cattywampus. Too small. Starting to get grainy. If you don't purposely perfectly resize it, it looks weird. I ain't trying to grab the corners. Oh gosh. Try this one more time. I get annoyed. All right, this is pretty close. Pretty close. It's pretty close. All right. Then the last thing is the play pack. So I just grab the play pack. You throw the play pack in there. If you had a puzzle, you can throw the puzzle in there. You can just, whatever. That is not the right size. Okay. So now you have this picture where you've literally put the calendar on here. And so this is your combo photo. And this is your combo photo for Amazon. And you've also done your research on what are the words that you're going to use in the bullets. You know, you can go in and put, you know, you can steal words from other people's postings, which is what I do. I go in and say, okay, this is perfect for trolls lovers. So you can put that as one here, but this is a perfect gift set for trolls lovers or whatever. And then on the back end, I'm going to put in the keywords that are on the back end. So that is the initial research, and we'll finish this one out in the next training. And I hope this was helpful. I'm going to go ahead and save this. And then we'll use it. This is Trolls Calendar Bundle. Okay. And then anytime I use this, if you see this listing up, you'll be like, oh, I know who did that bundle. You'll be like, yep, Nicole did that bundle. The pieces, having the pieces that have the space in between it makes it look like you actually took the picture, or it makes it look like you kind of organize it or try to. So I love this. I almost want to switch this one out to the actual hand, the one where it's showing the hand. But you can actually put this one as one of the pictures that's on your options over here. So I could put that in the combo picture and then put the hand one that shows the journal here. So sorry, here. So I would put the combo picture is number one. Always make sure your combo picture is number one. Number two, you want to put the front of your calendar. Number three, the back of your calendar. Number four, the journal, because those were the top things that people were looking for as far as the ones that had the best rank on Amazon already. So put the journal, and you can put the hand picture of the journal here. The next thing is the pencil activity set. And then after that, you could put the other activity set if you wanted to, if you can find it. So you decide what it is you want to sell. If I were selling puzzles, if I was going to put a puzzle with this or a coloring book, I would just throw those in here. But this is going to be a perfect picture to put on Amazon. I mean, it is, it's a great size. The way it's going to scale automatically because it's over 1,000. And I was able to get all of my pieces on here, and it makes it look like I'm getting a lot of stuff for this purchase on top of getting the calendar. The last thing I would say before we get off of here is when we get ready to list this, we're definitely going to list this so that we have a profit. So this is costing us $1. This is costing us $3.25. So that's $4.25, $5.25, $6.25, and $7.25. So I am going to list this for anywhere from 5 times to 6 times the cost. So 5 times, you know, 5, what was our number? 1 through 4.25, 5.25, 6, 7.25. So I'm probably going to list this for $29.99 or $39.99. The fact that all of these are going to be flat, so it's not going to take up much space on the storage. It's only going to take up the size. The biggest thing that's in it is the calendar, so that's going to be the 10 by 10. This should not be in a huge box. It shouldn't be larger than 10 by 10. So I'd put this whole thing in a poly bag when I send it into Amazon, or if I'm going to ship it to a customer, I would put it in a padded envelope. But it's a 10 by 10 calendar. So everything else that I'm putting in this bundle is less than 10 by 10. So as far as the dimensions, when I put this together, the dimensions will not exceed the 10 by 10 as far as the height and the width. The thickness, the depth, I would put at least 1 inch, maybe 2, but it's not going to take up more than 2 inches. If you were putting a puzzle in here, it would take up 2 inches, but it's not going to take up more than 2 inches. So there you go. I'm going to list it for $29 or $39.99, and it'll be a Christmas bundle. And on that, you can calculate that, take your $7.25 And then you have your 25% in Amazon fees, and that balance is what you're going to make in profit. All right. Oh, this has been helpful. We will see you on the next training where we finish out this bundle. Good night.